ain't what you used to, this ain't what you. Double up, yeah. Double up, the money I color.
Are we having technical difficulties? I don't have a picture up here. Somebody forgot to hit the start button. I'm sitting here thinking I was live, but I don't have a confirmation that I'm live yet.
That's a trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending.
There we go.
I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent. Double up. The money I color. Double up. The money I color. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemon squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mix is drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers, keep it clean.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. On the Bitcoin Bowl, are we getting ready for a breakout on the 1 minute chart? We got a trend line here that the bulls are trying to carry past that line and up to the 21. I think they've got their eyes set on 68,619. Trying to retest that area. Come back, snake a little sneaky play over that 68,712 and see if they can go for a higher high. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bitcoin Bowl. Oh, here we are, off to a good start. There's an up just little by little, a confirmed breakout of a trend line here. Last breakout that we had for Bitcoin on this time frame was when price did get up to 68,710 and then played around and lost that trend line. That was the excellent time to take your profit, get out of that trade, come back and wait for another break and buy just a little cheaper there. Anybody that follows that strategy, you know, could have got a nice little discount there. You add some leverage of 10x and it adds up just a little bit. If you're a scalper and love that 3% every day, well then this is a strategy that could possibly help you actually attain maybe even just a little bit more. Oh, we got the drums banging in the background. Oh, and we are ready to aiming for that dotted line, ladies and gentlemen. Going for that 21 here on the 1 minute. Will we make it? Will we make it up there? Right now we got the 200 moving average hanging down here, giving us lots of momentum. Price being above it. Price came down, touched that 100 moving average and the 50. Bounced off both of them, regains the 9. Almost got a little setback there, but they're steadily taking it just a little sideways. Huddling around just a little bit, getting the game plan, and bears are pushing in just a little bit. But oh, the bulls are a-fighting. They are a-fighting. Can we just get a touchdown right here at that line? Can you just touch the line so I can push the button and we can get on with the show, Bitcoin? Can we just do that for dear old Frank? Bob, Frank, and we're sitting here patiently waiting on the 1 minute chart for another boost up. Come on, Bitcoin, get your ass in gear. Papa's getting tired. We got money on this game and you're making me look bad, Bitcoin. Frank, have you got any words of encouragement for Bitcoin here? Bitcoin, get off your lazy ass. Get up there and move. Wow. Frank, it looks like we've actually touched that line. Well, we made a little improvement. Are we going to get rejected there? That's the question. Can we touch that 21 and go for the goal? Because we're just inches away from making our goal. Come on. For the love of all things holy. Right? Someone give Frank some coffee. Right now it's time for the trend line. We gotta come over here and put the trend line there so we don't get blasted out by selling too soon or getting faked out, getting too scared. Getting scared is gonna keep us from getting that touchdown, and we don't want that to happen, do we now? My gosh, you are taking your time, Bitcoin. How many minutes are you gonna make me wait? We're just sitting here waiting for people to come on to the stream here. We got 5 viewers, hoping to get a little bit more. We'll just turn the stream over to Road Dog, but until that happens, we're gonna sit here on this little 1-minute chart. Wait for that little touchdown to come, because Daddy's got to have a touchdown button he's dying to hit. Come on, Bitcoin, you're slowing up the things. All right, let's play. Let's go, Bitcoin. Make your move. Anytime. And we're just sitting here waiting. Selwicks are pushing, the Bears are pushing her back at the scrimmage, but I need her to touch that 21 moving average up there to see if we get a rejection or not. But just the fact that you touch it, I'm going to give you a touchdown anyway. Come on, Bitcoin, touch it. You going to make it come down to you? You're going to make it come down to you, really? Really? You're going to make it come down to you instead of you being the man and going up and getting it. You need to go up there and grab that 21 by the balls. I'm not here to tell you how to play the game, Bitcoin, but oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. We finally touched it. Maybe we can get above it. Well, this show has spent its guts. We're going to turn it over to Road Dog. Hang 10, if you please. Road Dog is on his way. Are they gone? Are they gone? Dude. Don't borrow from the bookies to play the crypto game. That's all I got to say, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. They come looking for you. Look, that's the hide. Get your hiding game good. Look, man, we're in the middle of it. Ichimoku Cloud here on the 6 minute. Just following the mix in 6 minutes because it's fun. Get all this 1 minute crap out of here. Having a little fun there. So Bitcoin is starting to go up, higher highs, higher lows. Nice little rounding shape kind of going here. That's good. Are we going? We're going to get a little parabola. Some would see that as an inverted head and shoulders, and I would say that that could qualify. It looks like we got a neckline if you count the wick, and you know that could be so on the time frame, or it could not be. I'm not the greatest fan of just any three drops being a head and shoulder. All depends on that neckline for me. Looking on the 1 hour, we're finding a little rejection on the non-moving average there. That's what we're stumbling with. But overall, I like what I'm seeing here, especially on this little smaller time frame. We've got this little guy going on for a trend line, and possibly a secondary one that's just formed right here that we should get a nice little bounce off of. Well, we are getting a nice bounce off of that and the non-moving average. These are some great signs that we want to see, and what we're basically doing is, if I draw a horizontal line right here, we're flipping this area from being resistance to being support. So we've just cleared a zone and time for number to go up. You could even take a measured move from that, just treat it as a channel, come down to as far as we went. Candle body is probably good. Put that up there and that will give you a little target shoot for 68.8. I likes it. If you want to be just a little bit more conservative with that, you go where you got the most touches, which is right down here. Just that little channel. And that would tell you we almost hit it with that bump up. Now, if you look to the left, you see that we've got, it was a little hiccup around that area, but there's a lot of area that we can just quickly reclaim. So coming back up to 69 quickly, if we get a chance, we can actually do that. We can actually have a nice move up. For Bitcoin, we might be doing one of those inverted Bart Simpson thingy. Lookies. And that would be if we get a nice strong wick up. That looks like a wick. Candles start going up here. Yeah. And she may Bart Simpson over here if she does that, but we just have to take it little by little. But right now we can go over here and check things out. Shout out to everybody hanging out with me tonight. 3 streams today. I know the notices have been going out, but viewers have been slacking. Is it me? Is it the algorithm? I don't know, man. I know summers are coming, and if things don't start looking up, Road Dogg going to take a little vacay. Well, let's go over and let's a little check the trades I've got going on. I do have a trade going on with Bitcoin. That's a live trade and stream. We'll do that. There's a little section that I call Better Than Life. And here we are. This is our futures over at CoinEx we got. And, you know, this guy was like at 38 and at 40, I don't know, 40 something. Here's a button that YouTubers are scared as hell to press, and watch me press it. This is called a P&L analysis. It's on every exchange, especially MexC, that lots of people use. There's a button that's never pressed over there for some reason, but it's miraculous when you hit it. Then you see what your real profit and loss is. And we go here for my last 30 days. My profit and loss over on trading futures has been $16.77. Brought my account up to $5,600, which is better than life at the moment here. Yeah, so we came up better than life, and now we will see if we can keep this little guy going. Well, you know, some other accounts hang around at their $5,000 mark. But the P&L, I've got Bitcoin trades over there, and then also Bitcoin against the dollar. So I've got the, oh man, what do they call it? Or well, the term's not coming to me. But since we're here, oh no. So I got stopped out, and it's weird how they do that. Somehow they show my percentages being small, like 7% and 4%, but I'd taken profit while we were up, so I got that profit added in the bag. I don't know. The way that they figure it sometimes bewildering. Right now, I had to open up a new entry, so my entries on this guy. Yeah, so I got my positions here. If it shows them, I don't know. So I got a 0.1 Bitcoin open right now with tethered, and I'm down $1. And 2,200 contracts on the Bitcoin USD. And my entry now is at 68.523 for the dollar one and 68.490. So we're kind of hanging around, you know, not right around and not far from my new entry. This is right around the area I got stopped out into. So I just chilled out, but it helped me de-risk a little bit too, though. That was kind of cool. Take a little profit as needed. So we're Hayden's always just keeping up with that. Guys, if you got any coins that you want to take a look at, hey man, this is pretty much free for all. I've done like all these streams on Solana meme coins, and I still got a big list. So unless you want to look at Solana meme coins, start putting some things in the chat for me to look at. We're getting ready to head there. S&P 500, man. Oh, are you breaking down again? You breaking past this area? Man, she has such a good chance with a bounce here that it could do something big. Still looking for the possibility of how S&P works out. S&P starts dropping, well, you can start expecting it to spill over into crypto, so that's not good. That's why we're kind of keeping up with that little guy. I normally have Bitcoin dominance over there. We're going to take a look at it. She's making a nice little comeback after losing a couple of levels there. We'll add this and see if that helps us. And maybe another bearish retest, hopefully. Like we were supposed to have there. Maybe we'll get another one. Let's hope. Otherwise, it's going to be the Bitcoin show, and altcoins are going to continue to fall. And we did break a trend line with our altcoins total 3, so that's why we're seeing the slow bleed in our altcoins, as about $30 billion is getting ready to exit altcoins, and probably, by the looks of it, looks like they're heading to Bitcoin. Just saying. There's a few signs that we might have a little luck over, what is this, the daily? Have to be over the weekend, because I think tomorrow being Friday, they like to tank us a little bit on Friday sometimes. So careful trading, whether it is with Bitcoin or altcoins, because they out there playing the market and they are good at it. Man, I got too many chat boxes open. Let's get this right. We're not getting tired. We got Rising Sun. We got Sam Webb. How's it going, Sam? What's up, people? I guess Solana meme coins it is. So I see that chat box light up. I'm looking at one called Nub. I'm going to look at it over here on the deck screener. It just seems to be easier that way. This is Nubcat over on Solana. Radium, however you want to look at that. Nothing special to ride home at the moment. You do not need to break this line. So what I want to see is a bounce right where we're at. Off of this, it needs to happen here. She lost her double bottom belt line, as I call it, neckline, what a lot of people call it. We lost that, putting us in danger of coming back down to these bottom areas. So I need to see a bounce here. If we see that, we've got a good chance of actually seeing some good price action coming. But if we lose that, well, then we're pretty much gone for it. So Nub might be in some good areas if you want to take a chance on it. I'm not really crazy about what I'm seeing, how it tries to do double bottoms and then it keeps losing them, and it looks like it's repeating this same little fractal right over here to a T. Really, really close. I would wait to see some more action out of this for real. Possibly draw this trend line here, and well, I'll be. That's another thing that suggests that we might get a bounce here. Actually, if that's a retest of the trend line, this is a good thing. So, might want to keep a close eye on this. This is what, the 4 hour. Take it out on the one. Ah, there's our bounce right there. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so I knew there's a reason why I was looking at Nub, because I got some. So on the 1 hour now, we got a trend line here, and we look for a breakout there. We got a flag, basically a channel that's going on. So cool, it is looking good here. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. It does look, we just got to get, you know, we want to see a higher high than what we had here to be a good sign that this will likely continue. So it looks that we've got a new little main trend line there. And that might, you connect over here? All right, we got a channel. Gonna lengthen this guy out. Keep that angle. And there's our angle being respected. So I like what I'm seeing now. Sometimes they don't tell your secrets right on. They'll tell you all their secrets right on. Now Fibonacci wise, well, we have to watch for the trend line. That's one of the biggest things. Whatever price comes up to the trend line, great place to take profit. Oh, we do have some Fibonacci areas over here. It's probably worth putting a little price label that. That's 618. Definitely going to be one to play. Pay attention to it. 5.5 cents. From the area we're at now to go there is about 40% gains, coming up to 786 Fibonacci, and that would be 6.4 cents, 62% possibility. And this is on Nubcat. I don't think I'm getting all the chat. Let me put that live chat. Live chat. Okay. You guys are just being introverted and quiet tonight. Okay, that's cool. I'm looking at Chippy. Did I look at Chippy earlier? How do I get out of this thingy thing? Hit escape. Never works for me. Never works for me. Looking at Chippy over on Solana. This guy's got a nice little score over here, 98 out of 99. It's not a honey pot. More sell pressure going on right now from what we can see there. Oh, well, no wonder she's at a freaking bottom. Well, if you're thinking about taking a chance on them, these might be the areas I would, you would be taking a risk to buy the bottom. She is making some higher highs and higher lows overall. So we do have a very slanted trend line that does have some higher bottoms, and it is deviating from it right here. Now she could come down and touch it, or we could be doing something. But this is an area that's having trouble with really bad here. That's at 0.00126. If you want to be on the safe side, you'd wait till it got past that area to think about getting in. But if you're more of a degen and don't mind drawdown and possibly this one being a rug pull and going to zero, yeah, you can start buying now. Not seeing anything really that's selling me on this one right now at the moment, though. So Chippy. It's one called Melon. This one's got 99 out of 99. Kind of a similar, almost a similar. Nope. You got an 886 retracement. And my personal opinion, well, actually, I already have nibbled at this one, very tiny amount. I think like 0.1 Solana. I'm doing mine over through my Phantom wallet, so I don't have a way to. Well, I mean, I guess through Jupiter you can do limit orders if you want to. It's not the strategy I'm using with meme coins. I'm more trying to accumulate in these little bottom areas and then sell them when they start coming back up to these other areas and just whittle off a little bit at a time. That's just going to be my easiest way to handle them, so I don't have to sit here and chart things all the freaking time. You might look at it that way. We need a breakout from that. The shallow falling wedges, according to Thomas Wikowski, are the best ones to break out. So the steep ones don't play out as well, but a nice shallow one he describes as being like a diving board, giving you a more jump spree. So we could be looking at it coming back to 3.5 cents pretty easy, or at least 2.8 cents at these areas over here. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. Oh, that is the wrong one. It's one called SC, Shortcat. Bruno SC Shortcat's got a 2. Let's see what we got over here. Market cap is 71 million. Circulating supply is 100 million. 99. Got a 99 deck score over here. I kind of like this one. I do like this one. I don't know what's. I'm just a chart. I know nothing about the project. I've not visited the project. I don't know anything about any of that. I'm just going purely by the charts. But okay, cool. So for short term, I mean, my general rules apply. We're into the accumulation zone. Need to get that area and get above it. That could be a take profit target at 12 cents. We're sitting at 7. That's a pretty good come up. She might be coming down here to, you know, double bottom like that again. Could be. She could go straight up. We don't know. We have to keep an eye on it, but we're in accumulation, so this is kind of normal behavior for Shark Cat. Targets I'm actually looking for. Or main target I'm looking for anyway. It's at 26 cents. Although 17 is going to be a good one. Even 21, all those will be. But the main targets I would got my eye on be 26 cents, and then also this one here at what is that? Oops, 36 cents. 26 and 36 cents, and we're sitting at 7 cents now. And that patient with the meme coins, because we've been up there before. That was just in March. It wasn't long ago. This could be a nice double bottom, be coming up to this area about 20 cents to confirm this. If you can see that idea right here. Let's make it yellow like Bart Simpson's butt. And that's got a measured move that actually gets us back up here to the top, close to 40 cents. So I think it's a pretty decent play. I'm playing it. I recognize I'm going to have to be patient and waiting for it, but I'm at the bottom, baby. It's not much. I'm not putting a whole lot into these meme coins. But a nice little come up. What would that be coming up? Well, that's like a 3x, so I'm cool with that. And we got Dr. Meek. Welcome to the stream, my man. Glad to have you here. Sam says Jupe is looking sick. Is that sick cool or sick sick? Jupiter's at $1.10. Oh, that's nice. Might have a nice little bottoming pattern here. Let's zoom out. I'm on the 6 minute though. Let's zoom out. Okay, nice, nice. So megaphone pattern, and we are testing the bottom of the trend line. Oh, so we lost our trends right there when she decided to call it quits. That was the clue. And let's see what we got now. So we got this trend line here. Candle bodies to candle bodies. Nice. Like the angle. Respect the angle. The angle will help you figure out what the hell's going on. Now we could identify the channel, but she's doing something a little different here. Got a candle body closed below that, so we need to take that into consideration. And now we're getting an actual local pattern. This is the megaphone pattern, the bullish kind actually. The face is down, so these are typically bullish. And what happens price-wise, the price comes down and it finds a level, which we call a partial decline, because it doesn't come all the way down to the pattern like it should. Normally, that's what we expect it to come down here. But if we get a level where we develop a partial decline, that's the clues that she's getting ready to break out. So that's what I'm looking for. This is 200 moving average. So for me, being here, because I'm one that likes to buy the bottoms of trend lines. That's my confluence that I would be comfortable absorbing in on Jupiter right now. Matter of fact, since it is there at $1.10, and not much because I got any more Solana left, do I? If I put it all on the memes. See if I got any Solana to add to my little Jupiter bag over here. Come on, phone. What is wrong with my internet? There we go. Yeah, I do. So I'll put about half a Solana in there. For good old Jupiter. Doing this on the decks. Oh, I got some nasty tether. Yeah, let's use that. I'd rather save my Solana, to be honest. So I got $32 over there. I'll do that. May put some Solana in it. Yeah, go ahead. This is not as much. I'll put a quarter of a Solana on top of that other, so it's about $70, I guess. What I like about it here on the 4 hour is, without looking at any other indicators or anything else, the price action we were broke down, and it could, we know, but she could tank. She could come all the way down here, but I'm taking the chance that partial decline, how this thing usually works, what to look for in these patterns. And that's one of the things I look for in this specific one. And moving average wise, I've got a 200 moving average there that it's respecting. And the 100 is above that in a nice order. So most of my big momentum should be above price right now. So that gives me some ideas that maybe, just maybe, baby, we'll come back up here and retest this area at $1.31 and try to go higher. This pattern in particular, this short-term time, if you're going to look at it this way, I prefer to zoom out and go with the bigger idea, which is the megaphone pattern, which can give us some great targets like $1.80, $2, even up to $2.50 up here that we've got, which could happen with this pattern because sometimes they just go back and, $3. I don't know. This next round, it may not make it to touch the top of the trend line, but she could give it a good run and, should at least come to 184, try to touch this area, in my personal opinion, or close to it. But she will have a little bit of a headache wherever she meets this trend line. So looking about 138, 140, and I've got some confluence over here with all this congestion. That about 140 will be an issue. Let's just go ahead and draw a line. Can we fib it? I'd rather fib it. Yeah, 142 is the golden fib, so there we go. Perfecto. We'll front run it. Just a har. 140, just right under 142. For Jupiter, and then maybe beyond. Because we can clear this area, get up there. I don't see why not. We wouldn't go higher. Got a trend line to bounce off of, and woo! Let's make this money. Confirm that, baby. All right, we did that. Spot upgrade and suspension starts soon. Really? On CoinEx? Well, I guess that's good enough. Check out my margin positions over here. I've still got them maintained, and they took a hit. They took a little of a drop, but as long as we're not around 100%, 110%, anywhere through there, as long as these numbers are green over here, I'm good. I'm monitoring these, and when they get real juicy, I might just borrow a little extra and add to these positions, because this is how I like to grow my bags over here. I've already pulled out a lot of them when a lot of these were over 200%, like Arweave had 200%. This is normally I start taking them out or selling for profit, but this is another way that I'm actually buying some Bitcoin. I've got up to a little over 3/4 of a Bitcoin over here right now, that if I play this right, I can keep adding to that. I'm trying to work it to where I'll get out of here with a full Bitcoin when all is said and done, and I pay this down, and add some to my major bags. I'm mostly worried about Caspa, Arweave, Solana, Dot. Not so much Dot, but since I had it, I did. FET, Link, Rune, Avalanche, ICP, and Near Render. Those are kind of the ones I'm really kind of wanting to more hold on to more of the coin than worry about selling. But the rest of them down here, man, they're fair game for, except for Tau. They're fair game for me to sell and take that Bitcoin home with me. So, look, we even got Peppy over here. I know, crazy, huh? So, it's just a way that I've found that works really good for me to magnify my gains. Dr. Ming says, hot. You talking about hollow? Haven't looked at that in a hot minute. Haha. See what I did there? All right. This is the perpetuals, but let's see. Let me line that up good. Okay, she's retesting that resistance area, or the accumulation area is what I'm calling it. Below this 236. She fell below it and trying to get above it, and I don't see why she won't. She's got all of her moving averages on the, well, I'm on the 3-day. This is a big time frame. All of our moving averages are flip bullish, so we got that. We're bouncing off the 200, 100 moving average area. So, yeah, I'm for that. Let's see what else we can figure out. Let's get some. Okay, so when I take a bigger view, now we got that same situation on a bigger scale, where we're kind of in a larger scale accumulation area. So we got to take that in consideration. So I have to say this, since that's what we're doing. Anything below about 236, I consider accumulation. We got this, and we came up there and tested it. Now it looks like we might try, maybe we'll try to do something and break up. Let's hope that's the case. But I have to warn you that you could see something up like this and then come back down, and then we do this rounded bottom type thing again. So that's what I got to warn you about. But right now I'm seeing the flip on the moving averages on the 3-day, so it's probably not as likely. But let's just keep that on the idea. I would say draw a trend line, but the thing that's one of the things that I'm just concerned about is this trend line here. What we got to see, if she gets rejected here, that would be the one telling you that we might be doing this. So it needs to get bullish and break up above that, which it can do with the signs we got here with the moving averages. And once it does that, well, then we're back into this bullish megaphone pattern. And usually when you get a bear trap, you get one of the big moves. So I would definitely be looking at I'd be looking at both of these targets. One of them's going to sound crazy, but you're in a pattern that can pull it off. As soon as I can find the price tag. Where are you, price tag? Come here, price tag. Here, boy. Price tag. I know it sounds crazy for 0.0071, but that one can come into play. And also this guy. 0.0047, and if you look at your percentages, if we you got to break back into this trend line for this to happen, though. It has to happen. But from that break back into that trend line, well, we got about 70% gains to the first target at 0.0047 and 156% gains back up here to 0.00714. Look to the left, and you see we've been there before. Are going to go there again if she can get back in this trend line. In my personal opinion. That's what the charts are telling me, but it's all about this line right there. Got to break back into that. So price wise, we need to see about 0.0028. Find that, hold that, and that would be this top over here. We would be breaking above this top over here. As soon as we do that, if you're looking to level play, that's probably what you're looking at. Indicator wise, MACD's starting to look good. doing exactly what we needed to see her do for that. Just not confirmed yet, that's the only thing. So HOT's looking interesting. Sam says he thinks Jam has more to go. Let's take a look at Jam. And this is it on Gemini. Apparently I've looked at it here. At least down here. Ooh, we had it, that would have been sweet. Just doing this at the bottoms. We were looking at it at the bottom area. How much was it then? 0.0005? I didn't do anything with it. But, well, I wish I had. Look at that from down there. Where'd she go? Ooh, 5x and then up. Bro, dog, you let your bias get to you. Missed out on that one. That's a pretty good come up right there, man. So shout out to everybody who's been playing Jam, especially if you haven't have got it in these areas back over here. Oh, didn't. So she's doing good, and we got to see this. I'm on the 3-day here. I got to see this 100 cross over that 200 to kind of solidify it. Once that happens, it'll flip bullish officially. And she's getting rejected and continuing to get rejected. I really don't expect her to get much above these areas if it does at the moment. Pythi's wide has just been kind of neutral. We're getting rejected off this 618 area. That's kind of normal. So not confirmed yet, but I think a good place to buy right here. She's got a good chance to hit there, and then of course also here at the 618. So I think 0.001819 area would be good to maybe add to your position. Let's. Oh man, you didn't respect that one either. You respected on that candle for this original. She's curving down. She's curving down on her lows, but they're still higher lows, so she's still being a little tricky. So this is our newest angle, and I see nothing that is gonna. Well, that's interesting. That okay. That and maybe she already retested that. Maybe with this candle that already knocked that one out. That would be cool. That wick is respecting this candle body. She's getting hard to predict, for real, for real. I know you like the way I pop out. Let's go hit Linux. Another week, another knockout. A different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he win me. This part, we need to keep an eye on that. If it's starting to round out here, she may eventually be, you know, doing all this kind of bridge thing and still coming down to these other lows again. We don't want to catch those lows, but she gets lots of good spikes, man. This would be a nice little trader coin, for real, for real. Those are some good moves. 200%. Yeah, pretty cool. Ultimately, if I'm looking at it, I mean, overall, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense right here. This. I got about 4.5 cents right there. That looks good. 7. Ultimately, we're kind of looking for 0.0115 area. If you're trying to do a longer term hold or longer term play on it, it's my personal opinion. Let's come down the smaller time frame, like the daily. It's above the 200. Now the daily looks good. 100 above it. That looks actually cool. It was the 3 days saying it's still got some work to do, so 3 days going to weigh down overall, but shorter term. Okay, this looks cool. 6 hour 100 crossing over. That might give us a pullback. Already happened on the 4 hour. A lot of times I've found that when the 100 crosses the 200, you might see price pull back a little bit. And so we get to the smaller time frames like the 4 hour, and that's where you can, you know, get a nice little trend line to kind of give you a guide as to whether you want to stay in it or not. And we got 2 humps, a possible 3 humps are coming. So on this particular time frame, you know, it might do something here at 3, but remember the overall ones suggest that at some point we get rejected and might be coming back down here. So 4 hour actually makes it look like some of these areas are hopeful, like 0.0046. Looks like we got a reset on stochastics. 4 hour. MACD is already crossed though. She can still change her mind. She's just slow about doing it. Bearish divergence on RSI is saying that this one should actually come down. She is below area below the 9. She's trying to gain the 9 back. Ichimoku Cloud seems positive. 1 hour seems okay. Maybe. I mean, if she does come back to 0.0031, maybe. But looks like she's trying to make a higher high there. I like what. So far, she's okay. Until she breaks the trend line, we're good. Rising sun. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, already is looking good on the 1 hour. Nice. Just got the cross of the 100 or 200. Remember, that might be a pullback. Not saying it's going to, but sometimes just keep it in mind. Measure move would have come down here. We did fibs, I think. 36. Caught that. That was cool, I guess. So about $51 is where she's going to have a little hiccup. I would like to clear this out for real. Really would. Let's try this. Scallop. Comes back about halfway, and it might get us a nice little breakout there. If you're drawing trend lines, we haven't quite made it past that one just yet. That is a scallop. It's nice. Double top. You let a post with a camera. I like you better in cameras. You left the city that gave you the head on your shoulder. You got an advantage point. Jump on my line when it's PM. I give it the stamina. You fell in love with potential before me. Somebody that left you for damage, huh? Well, bless your heart. Hey. That's going to be resistance. Sit down, I'ma hold that line. Only know how to play my part. Say so when I make that mine. Hold on. Take my time. Take my time. Hold that line. Only know how to play my part. Say so when I make that mine. Hold on, take my time. Say so when I make that mine. Hold on, let me take my time. Drop low when I'm outside. Life will turn out how you make it. Bet I make you feel amazing. Pressing up against that body, turn you to somebody, to me, let me phase it. Pretty soul, I make a phase. How did I go from a stranger to someone you hit up when you need a favor? Drop low on occasion. And I bless that heart. Got a little confidence with this area, just depending on where it breaks out. So I like that. I like this $83 target, and it's also close to where she got over there. It's a 786 retracement. It's actually right from our current price. She goes sideways and breaks out. I don't know. Just like to always refine my measure moves after the breakout. It's supposed to put them wherever the price breaks out. I'm liking the 83. 618 Fibonacci's, where it can always get resistance. $72. So cool. We're sitting at $50 now. That's good for Ordi. I didn't get back into Ordi this time. But I'm looking at this 115 target for Ordi. Let's check out stats. So nice. Respecting this line here. Didn't make it down to the bottom of the trend line. We saw it get wicked here. Sometimes what gets wicked gets candlestick. So we looked at that idea. Didn't happen. That's good. Found support here and now she's going higher. So sweet. Now it's this guy. So price right now is at a lot of zeros, a decimal, and 6 zeros, and 36.09. And we're looking for it to go to 42.72 and eventually up to 61.71. We're in a channel, which, depending on what time frame we're on, where those candle bodies are and how it. Yeah, I must have been doing this on a 4-hour. Looks like. No, not a 4-hour. Actually, I'm gonna take a look at this angle on this again. Let's go to the bigger time frame. That way, we're more likely to be right. Candle body to candle body. Right there we go. Okay, that must have been. Maybe one I did. Okay, there we go. I'm cool with that. That's what it looks like on the smaller time frame. Noise is all hell. Alright, I can go with that on here. So I look for the top of the trend line and it basically comes back up to this area right here. 60.81. It's 42.72, 60.81 looks cool for some longer term targets. So here we got rats. This is going to be a headache. Or that area, so that's really where we got to get past. That's going to be at 24.76. Confluence there with our accumulation zone. Fib or 236 there. So two things we got to get past. I'd lower the bar to that. 2337.0002337. That's what I got technically on the fib. 2296 if I go really technical. But that also comes with this trend line. So this is a resistance area it's got to get past. It's going to have trouble. It may take it more than one chance to get up there, but it looks like it can get back up to that area pretty quick. So that makes a good short-term target, and that's about a good 30 to 40% up to there for rats. If it can get past it, then I wouldn't shoot for anything less than the 618. My personal opinion, but you've also got 3073. That one could come into play. So potentially with patience, some cool gains there. SEI. You got all difficult on us with your channel stuff. Lost that main trend line there. Let's see what we got. Another kind of rounding top there. There we go. Now we got a 618 being respected overall. And like so any of these fib levels would be great places to take profit. This is a notable one is 69, just right under 70 cents. That one's going to be a hiccup, and they all will. 78 cents. Most notably, probably 69 and then 86, and then for the bigger moves, if you're trying to get a bigger move out of it, 135 and 142 are two bigger targets that I really like. That where it's bouncing here gives us a chance to hit those. It won't be instant, and it might, you know, she might come up here, zigzag. It might take it a while to get there, but that's for this move, that's our target. And Rune, I like Rune. How's it doing? Still holding $6. Okay, good. We didn't see that, so take this guy off the table. Didn't see that yet, anyway. Extend this trend line out. Seems to be respecting this. I'd hate to see it come back down there, but could. Looking more for this little guy here at 575. Moving averages are cool. The problem is this trend line, it's the big fat one, just like what we've seen on some of those other coins where I've drawn that line, saying we're going to have some big resistance there. It's going to be a problem for it to get over. It's going to be a headache. That's what this one's being. It's being a headache. It may not, if it makes it above it, it's bullish, but it doesn't have to, and it looks like it got rejected, so. $886, yeah, I'll look for this guy. So what I think will probably happen, and I don't know if it will or not, but it looks like this trend line is going to continue to be resistance and will probably come down, retest some things. We'll probably finagle around through here and take a route underneath here. And that could slowly bring us up to 863 and then eventually up to 990, where that's where I'm actually, for this retracement, that's the target that I'm actually getting for this. So 990 is the one that I'm looking for us to get to. It just looks like the path they're going to be there is going to be rough. It's going to have to fight through it. It's going to be choppy to get there. But mostly more higher highs and higher lows than anything, but just chop. Sam says, is Root ready to come out of the juicy bottom yet? Is Root in a juicy bottom? Oh. Man, a lot of these charts look the same to me. We got the same situation going on with Root. Yeah, I got the resistance that'll eventually come up to, which, considering where it's at right now, it's a good 2x. It looks like a... Is it rising valleys? No, it looks like a possible triple bottom going on down here. I would check this as being a bottom. That accumulation area makes perfect sense at 236. Support and resistance flip is what it is. So that's a perfect target to take a little profit. It may struggle getting up there, so paying yourself and then maybe buying cheaper is, you know, she decides to break up and go harder. But so it's got to get above this 200 moving average here on the 12-hour chart. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. daily's looking promising. Trying to get above the 50 moving average. Already reclaimed the 9 and 21, so that should take us closer to the 50 over here. I'm going to go to a smaller time frame because we don't have enough price history here for us to get all the information. So switching out to the 4 hour. 4 hour looking good. That's the first steps to recovering the daily, and it's above the 200. I like it. Yeah, I think it's getting ready to. It's about time for it to do something. So. .077 and I mean all these .088. I think she will have a stop at each one of them, and 10 cents, and then we got to see how we react to this trend line. So from where we are, possible moon bag, 100% gain. Mr. Miles, how's it going? Mr. Miles is Crypto Chester. I haven't seen him lately. I haven't got any notices or anything. Just wonder if he's still out there streaming. Crypto Chester, another YouTuber. Check him out. I like him. He's a cool dude. In Singapore, but I think he's from the UK. River says, "Bis, please." Mr. Miles, you also have superpowers over in the Telegram group now. So it looked like she's trying to break out. Now you can look at this as, oh, well, we've already, yeah, we're still trying to, okay, same things. We charted this recently, right? So a channel, that's how I normally first look at it, but you can also look at it as a falling wedge too. Both of them got about, a great chance to break up. 68 on a falling wedge, about 64 on a channel, something like that. So pretty cool. We'll take a measure move on the channel. So still looking for 0.008, and now, since we're getting the breakout, and let's get our indicators on. We got some pretty decent signs there. I'm on the 4 hour. Says she's expecting a little bit of a pullback right now, according to the 4 hour, and that's what she's doing. Losing the 200. This is what we got to be cautious about, though. Because I've got to see all these moving averages flip above that 200 eventually, and first price has got to bring them to it, make that happen. That was cool that the 9 and 21 got above it, but no, the 9's already they could roll over, is what I'm trying to say. We don't yet have the momentum there on this particular time frame. So this may or may not be the breakout. If it starts getting, if she can get some more momentum up there, then we can flip those. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 hour. 1 hour looks more promising. Okay, so she may be getting ready to try to do that. And respecting this trend line a lot, except for in this area, but let's see if we can get a bounce. But short term, she's going to be wanting to come down, so maybe she'll just go sideways. That'd be a good sign. She's going to be a little bit of a slow one to get going. You have a thought. Striga says time is going on, so time better not go on sale. You went down $28. Don't you dare go back to $20 time. Me and you gonna have it out. That's it's gonna be fighting words. We'll just move you down to the very last wick, and that's where it's respected, and that's it. That's all you get. Time. That's as far as you can go. It's the end of your rope. Go back up. You're in a good pattern that's got a good chance to go. You're in a good pattern to get a bounce. I think she's just playing with us. She better just be playing with us because she's in a real good pattern to make some. I want to see $50. It's been a long time coming, time. What's up, Striker? I am getting confused by the previous shows, thinking you went live early. I did. I went live. This is my third live stream today. It was mostly like Solana coins, but I'm flirting with some time frame or time zone. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find a better time frame that I can actually work in and maybe get more viewers. Because late night is just kind of this time frame is just kind of weird for most of the world. Everybody's in bed, or it's too early on the West Coast. It's way too late in Europe, and it's about time where everybody's already petering out where I'm at. So I don't know. I've been trying because my numbers just aren't. They're not doing good, and if my numbers don't do good, I'm going to start doing vacations and not doing as much. So I'm trying to see if I can get a boost out of that, and if not, then hell, July might be Road Dog month. Like a break. I don't know. What you talking about, Willis? Mr. Mouse says the WF want to adopt to like in a sci-fi movie. Are you talking about time? Are we talking about the coin? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's just how Chester is. It's the main reason he's ever grown his channel is he's different numbers. He's also in Taiwan. Oh, Taiwan, not so. I thought he said Singapore. Taiwan. He's in Taiwan? Interesting. That might be a little scary to be there in Taiwan. Oh, you earn time to live instead of money. Oh, I got that. I'm also making a time meme coin now. In the charts 24/7. Mostly, yeah, I've always got them up. DP, what's up? Mr. Miles says, I've worked with YouTubers for years now. The secret is the grind. Don't slow down due to the numbers. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to, I just don't have the whole YouTube thing figured out just yet. But I figure I'll just keep doing what I'm doing because I mostly like it. I'm not here to make money off of YouTube, although I thought it would be a cool idea because you see lots of good YouTubers making some good money, or used to. But I'm not going to be chilling a trading group. I would rather just come out and do it. The thing about people with trading groups, you never know where all that money is coming from, and it's usually not coming from the trading. It's just not. But that's my only view. Transparency. So time. Let's get off the time. Ah, Dave. Oops, I mean Thailand. I always get those. Okay. Thailand, yeah. Thailand. Yeah, so Taiwan would be probably kind of cool for crypto, but yeah, Thailand. Yeah, Thailand. I thought it was more the remote place. It looks cool. I'd like to know the story behind that. That sounds interesting. There's a lot of crypto people, Brits and Americans, like in Thailand for that. I think Black Box Crypto is also in Thailand. And I think he's pretty cool. He used to be called Blue the Bear, and he does more like Wyckoff. That's his whole thing is Wyckoff. And I watch him because I like to watch, I like to hear how he explains things and see things in what with Wyckofian terms. I like, everybody's got their own different style, and of course everybody's their own techniques, and we get a little biased, and sometimes ego comes into play and it starts to come rearing its ugly little head. But I mean, everybody's going to be biased for their own little trading style and whatever. I just like to try to keep my mind open and look at other things and keep that's why I bring up Elliott Wave every once in a while, or those concepts, or talk about Wyckoff. And the more you know, the more that you can find confluence, and I'm all about finding confluence. I learned that from my bots when I used to do the bot thing. That's how they used to work. It was all about confluence. At least the ones I had, or at least part of the way they worked. So Linda, hey, how's it going, Linda? I was thinking about you earlier today. I hadn't seen you. Let's check out Jasmine. I've been trying to spell out your name there. Woo! Look at And I had Jasmine, and I don't know what happened to it. I've been looking for that bag. I remember buying. I need Jasmine, and I'm hoping I put it on a wallet somewhere, but I haven't found it. Well, this chart is all done, all gunked up. Look at that. Measure move and fibs. Nailed it. She went excess to that measure move, but the fibs are playing out nice. She didn't quite hit. Was this one? That was blue. Is that a measure move? That should be a measure move. The fib was 0.03176. We got up to 0.031993. So far, she might. Ichimoku Cloud says she may still have some more coming. Goodness gracious. So that's Jasmine. Let's see if I got another one. KuCoin maybe. Oh gosh, this. What's all this noise? Look, nailed it. 618. It's the fibs, baby. The fibs. All right, so let's. I was teaching on this one. Let's clear this out. Let's take a look. So Jasmine, awesome, man. Yeah. We gotta give Jasmine some proper respect here. I can't find it though. She blasted off. So that's cool. Let's take a look at Jasmine. I want to see. Let's get a good look. That's what we can expect now. Where do we go from here? Okay, so that's our 618 that we're nailing right now. Getting resistance there. Cool. So if she gets rejected off of that, expect a pullback, but she may break through that. Pullback area would be right about here, 0.022. And man, I'm actually going to set an alert there, so it lets me know. Buy this dummy like now. That's a good one. All right, so but she may go through that. Looks like she's going to try. What does the indicator say? Yeah, she wants to try to blast through that. She's ready to move. All right, so where are you going, Jasmine? It's getting to be Jasmine's time, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, wrong one. There we go.
Come on.
All right, let's see what we got. Bigger picture. So we're still in the overall picture, we're still beneath the accumulation zones, right? And I think there's one I missed because we got a little hiccup here. Where's that? Is it here? Are you the one that's going to spell it out? Yes, you're the one that spells it out. This little high here. So we got to include this one too. Alright, so short-term targets I would be looking at if you want to take profit. 4.6 cents, we can get there, and then this is the greater 6.2 cents. That will be our main accumulation limit, top area. So you might see some stronger rejection at 0.062, but once we get past that, that's when all the good fun starts to happen, and that's when we start looking at 16 cents and higher. And that might come a lot quicker than you would think once it gets past a dime. So cool. If you got in it down here when it was 0.007, which there was a lot of opportunity to get into it through there. People are up about 3x. Wow. And by the time it gets up here, that would be 21x. Even if we can get a chance to buy it at 2.2 cents, going up there, that's still about almost a 6x almost. All right, let's take a look at the smaller time frame. 4 hour looks good. Rounding, I like that. She's getting ready to go parabolic on this and get past this 618. So we're having trouble here, to be expected. I like it. I think it looks good. This could be our retest. Probably is. Darn it. I hope I got Jasmine, man. I hope I got Jasmine. So this is where I like to just put a line in the sand right here. And that's basically, that's our guideline, man. As long as it respects that, we're good. And any other trend lines that you get along the way to break, good places to take profit and pay yourself, like the one that we're on right now. This one, yeah, that one's like, when should I pay myself? Well, whenever this trend line breaks. But that's a steep one. That's going to be a payday one, in my personal opinion. But she could do a lot of damage before that. She might get another one off of it, just like she got here. That would be the payday one, see? So that's just what I always look at when I'm trying to figure out when's the right time to jump out, or when's the right time to take a little profit. When you can track down a nice strong upward trend like that, draw a trend line, and when she breaks it, take profit. A little bit anyway. It's just what I do. Just throwing some ideas out there. Looking good. It's got the green dot here on the 1 hour. She's ready to try to breach that, man. I think that trend line's going to hold. Looks good, Slenda. Hope I got some Jasmine. Mr. Miles says, about trade groups, the perspective of most people is, if your trading strategy is successful, why do you need to steal a trading group to make money? Well, that's, yeah. Well, and also anybody that's on here that's doing this every day, you're going to see the majority of their tricks anyway. I mean, if they're going to be accurate, that's the only way I can be accurate. I'm pulling out every trick that I know. But I get the nailed it's. I'm not shooting for, that's not what I'm shooting for. It's just, you know, the techniques I use, price respects. And some people believe it, some people don't believe it, some people doubt it. But I looked hard for all these things. I wanted to know where price was going to reverse, and that's the strategies I found. And some people, you know, I don't know. I try to embrace it all. I don't try to be too, you know. But I do like to, you know, if I see people that are just kind of being sloppy with it on something, and, you know, I mention some things. Like cup and handles. Road Dog, you really need to narrow down your bag holds like a dozen. I know. You're acting more like a crypto than a trader investor. That is a problem. I've repeatedly said that on here. I have a problem with it. And you know where I got that problem? From a trading group. Because they had so many dang setups. End up holding bags on a bunch of stuff. And it's become a bad habit. Now, that's another reason I like it. But no, you're right. I've got way too. The only thing, but I knew it was a weakness. So my main funds, my big bags, are not in a bunch of little coins. I mean, my big bags, man, is mostly Bitcoin. My biggest holding is Bitcoin. And then I've got, you know, my bigger bags, my bigger long-term holdings. But I give my Degen a little space to have some fun, and he's had a little bit more fun. And then part of the problem is that if I get a bag and then I moon bag it, means I pull my collateral out, and now I got free coins. And now I just have a bunch of moon bags that It's not easy. You are correct. And I tell people I think it's a drawback, and you probably don't want to do that. And you can see other people from the same trading group that I was in that's also popular on YouTube. They have that same freaking problem. Too many coins jumping in. So yeah, you are correct. The most successful traders that I know of, they don't have hundreds of coins and hundreds of open hodl things, or what else would you call it other than a hodl position? But yeah, you are correct. Don't be a crypto hoarder. You just want me to buy more Caspa, Mr. Miles. I know what you're up to. You just want me to sell it all and buy Caspa. Slinda says she's looking for 3.7 on Jasmine. 3.7. That's about where. Well, no, that's it. Where my trend line is. Is there a reason? Let me see. Let me see if I got anything on that.
Run 'em.
Three. Okay.
Yeah. Just run 'em.
Let me throw you 3 in that area. As if we're looking at 414, we're probably looking at 127 also. And then there's a 1618 area up here in case it's just, if it's a really strong move that might get hit. That's not the full extent of what this particular calculation should do. But it's right. Since you said that, and I got some confluence for that price zone that you just said, there might be a few extra little things we can look at there. So there's the one that you got, and it's legit on a fib pull from what I can get. And also just right below it, 0.035. And there might be a pullback, and then I would expect it to come back and retest this area, that 618 area. Like if you want to add more to a position, if that's part of your strategy or something, it might come back and test that. Cool. So yeah, 0.037 is probably a good call for whatever you got going on. Looks like we got. I'm kind of wondering. We got a little bit of a channel kind of idea forming. I don't know if it would just meet it. I don't know. She's looking like she wants to try to do something and get above this trend line, which bullish is all get at. And then that's where we could take just from this channel, and that gives us a little confidence at that 618 area. And she's looking bullish. Slinda says she's a crypto hoarder, not afraid to admit it. I made the most off of these coins in the closet, just explode one day. They do that. Now they do that. And let's see. Mr. Mouse says, I used to hold dozens of coins, now I hold 3, and I made the most gain since I consolidated them. Plus, less to think. It is less to think about. There's pros and cons to them all. 3 would be a little. I couldn't handle just 3. I'd have to be really sold on them, because the narratives. I don't know. The narratives shift and everything. So I like to play that stuff too. Everybody's got a different style, but if you do spread out too thin, then yeah, it will affect your gains though. So. Oh, you're welcome, Slinda. Mr. Miles says, I wonder how much Bitcoin you own, but don't tell us or anyone. Let it remain a mystery. Oh, it will remain a mystery, but not as much as I had at one time. That's a goal I was still trying to get back. There was one time I had 10 Bitcoin. And yeah, I got scared and sold it all. And can't live it down. So my first goal for Bitcoin is to make up that 10 that I had back in 2013, 14. My name is Dave P, and I'm a coin hoarder. We need to start a help group for you guys. Cryptoholics Anonymous. Well, we do have Degen night here, Mr. Miles. I do preach that you should embrace your inner Degen. Just give him a little corner to play in. But my Degen's pretty dang manipulative with me sometimes. I've noticed he's talked me into some bigger bags than I'd planned on being in. I really noticed that when I go over to my spot margin position. I'm like, that is way too many positions. But that's also a way I'm planning on whittling them down. With I've got a lot over there. The ones on the smaller end, yeah, I'm cutting those little guys off. So I do have a plan in place to kind of whittle this out. That's going to be giving me my Bitcoin. That's the way I was explaining it. Dave P, have you looked at Falc's yet? No, because I can't find it, Dave. I keep looking for it and I can't find it anywhere. It's on Falcon X. Now it's on Solana Radio. Okay, now we got a chart. Okay, so she went parabolic and now she's got her pullback. Okay, I'm on the 1 hour. So you've been talking about it, and I'm sure it was on this big rise. You're trying to get everybody to look like it was pumping up. So man, that was a good one. That was a nice parabolic move. Now that that's broken though, we're going to the no fun part. And it's there might be a chance that okay, here's how I would look at it. This trend line on a bigger time frame, 4 hour, this trend line in the sand, break that trend line, she's going to have to go through a reaccumulation, bounce off that trend line, and maybe she's doing something bigger. But usually when you get the parabolic move like we had here at the little blow off top, then she goes back in accumulation, and the clue would be breaking below that. Then she'll come down here. I'm seeing some signs that she may hold this, so that's why I'm not trying to rain on your parade or anything. I think she might bounce there. Let's hope for that. But if not, what I normally see after we get a move like this is that they come down and then they accumulate and they kind of buy. You know, it takes a while before they ever start wanting to move again. So, and it's not fun to be in when they're doing that. But if she bounces off here, then hell, we're looking to at least go back and retest these areas, right? And looks like that would be a nice move. So that'd be 150% gain, man. I'm imagining you probably got in and you made a good X, like 3 or 4X, probably. That's a good play. Let's see. If we were in the middle of the trades and you were following this on the 1 hour, and you use Heikin-Ashi candles because it makes it easier to look at than all this crap over here, right? That's why I like Heikin-Ashi, especially when I'm using trend lines or patterns. Heikin-Ashi rules. Takes the chop out. Notice how hard it is for me to track that. I mean, you can draw a trend line here. It just gets confusing. But when you got the Heikin-Ashi, I don't know, it just makes it a lot easier. But 0.002986 would have been a good area to pay yourself if you use the little techniques that I use to try to figure out, well, when should I pay myself? That's, some people have that question. How do I know when to get out? Because you're hearing a lot of, well, price is far from this moving average or too far. The price, and I'm like, that's not good enough, man. You can't, that doesn't tell me anything. But a trend line tells you everything you need to know, man. It tells you. You get the price go away from a trend line like that, well, that's also a good place to take a little profit too. But the line in the sands when they break that trend line, yeah, need to have your profit taken, most of it done in the break. I'm just using this time as an opportunity to spread some of my knowledge, my strategy. So now we got this little trend line. We just need it to break to the upside. See that, and especially off this bottom trend line, could be a good thing. All right, it is 12:03, and I've been going way too long. So I'm going to have to cut off the coins here. Flax is probably why Jupiter's been suffering. Oh, maybe. Hey, Crypto 420. Was watching that karate combat influencer fight, was so entertaining. Oh, was that on tonight? Oh man, I wish I knew that. I forgot that. Mr. Miles says, yo, Bitcoin, Casper, and Flux. I've got some Flux too. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. It is 12:30, so I've been going for what? I went at 10:30. Oh, man. Okay, nobody's going to watch this stream. If you guys can, hit the like button on your way out. That does
For those of you
just
that
help.
have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you.
And it makes me feel more motivated to come back and do it again. But thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Hope we went over some stuff, went over some meme coins earlier in the stream. If you just caught on late, a lot of them on Solana is what I've been looking at. Other things, and mostly requests tonight. And you guys had some good requests to go over, some good charts. So I think it's been a good stream. Don't know if I'm going to timestamp it or not, but I'll see you guys tomorrow sometime. Happy trading. Got to take one last look at Bitcoin because that's just what we do. Where you at? Are you coming up, Bitcoin? I need you to improve yourself, Bitcoin. Oh my God, I can't even read that. What is my nasty chart? Let's go to this one. This is what I normally trade off of. Above the 200 moving average on the 36. I usually look at it on the 6 minute when I'm leaving. Okay, I like that. I like that. That's cool. She's holding up here. I need you to get back up to 69 something with my trade so I can take a little profit and pay myself Bitcoin. So maybe we'll see 70 out of Bitcoin. I'm hoping. She's looking shaky though. She's looking shaky. They're going to park us. Tomorrow's Friday, so I do expect them to park us in a weird place on Friday, and we'll have to figure out if retail's here on the weekend or not. We've been seeing a little bit come in on Saturdays, it seems like. So we need to see more retail on the weekend. We need to see more volume on the weekend. That's what I'm watching for. All right, guys. See you tomorrow on Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like you're so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. If you gotta know the truth.
I never thought myself as a natural entertainer. I just say stupid stuff. Everybody used to tell me to shut up all the time, and then one day I did. And they're like, why don't you ever say anything? Because everybody told me to shut up when I was a little kid. Now I'm an introvert. And there you go. To the upside with y'all. Good night, John Boy.